spooky monster cave. Oh, clearly the best team to go out for a expedition, a dangerous monster cave, is the equivalent of 3 teenagers, one of them being a nursing student. Anyway, welcome back to part 3 of Neptunia Reverse, where hopefully today my mic quality will sound a lot better. I mentioned it in the description of the past couple of videos, my ongoing nightmare, but if you're unaware, essentially I got a new headset and the audio quality of it wasn't up to the standard I was striving for, because I wanted it to be as clear cut as possible. And eventually, I don't know how it hit me, but it just kind of hit me as an idea to, instead of having it be, well, I've had it since the day I started doing voice recordings on YouTube full stop, which was, I know there's a cutscene here, but I'm going to talk over it, just because this little cutscene is basically just Neptune and Compa catching Iffy up on what's happened so far, like telling her about the key fragments, histoire, yada yada. But I've always had my headphone jack in my controller and talked through that. I decided to change that and buy a converter, so my headphone jack is now a USB and it's straight into the console instead. And my early tests have told me it's a lot better quality. So I'm hoping that this is the step forward that we need to get higher quality commentary in terms of actual voice quality. But putting that to one side for a second, I need to talk about Iffy and why she's such an amazing early game party member. And you already saw why. It's called Demon Flames. Her fire-based magic skill that she starts with has range around it. Ranged attacks will affect anything that is within its bubble, within its circle. And Demon Flames has got a wide enough circle that the default placement of most enemies will be close enough that if you go first, you will catch all of them. There's a group of 5, they will always be bundled together close enough, well, almost always be bundled together close enough, that if you use Demon Flames on the middle one, you'll catch all of them and usually end the fight immediately. Yes, her worth kind of starts to run out later in the game, which is why I say early to mid. Just because, and it's something that applies to the entire series. It's the most apparent in the 4th game, but in the first 3 you still feel it from time to time. And that's the idea that unless they're a goddess, characters start to become slightly underwhelming as the game goes on. But the goddess characters, which in this first game in its original release was only 4, because it was just the 4 goddesses of each nation. There was no such thing as the sisters. And the goddesses of the later games weren't added as DLC or something. That was something that started with Rebirth. Where Rebirth added Plutia, Pishi, and Uzume as DLC. Which, if you don't know who Plutia or Pishi are, well, you might know Uzume, because Uzume is the goddess exclusive to the Zero Dimension, or Heart Dimension, that was in the 4th game, who represents the Dreamcast in a very different version of Planetoon. In a similar vein, the Ultra Dimension is a dimension that you encounter in the 3rd game, Victory, and in that dimension, they also have their own exclusive version of the Planetoon goddess, which is Plutia. And there's also a 5th nation in Ultra Dimension, which is entirely PC based, run by Pishi. The name is so on the mark, it's not even funny. I say that as I laugh, but it is what it is. But Plutz, Pishi, and Uzume are all DLC in Rebirth 1, and are now standard in Rebirth 1 Plus and Reverse. So we will be getting those characters later on. So there are more goddess options now to help give you more variety, because the goddesses are always naturally just that much more powerful. And so the human members feel very discouraging, you feel like you don't want to use them. But whilst we're going back into combat, you saw there that I actually pulled up my items as I went to save, instead of, using Compa's healing magic. A genuine criticism I have towards this game, and it's something that for some reason they never changed in any of its remasters or re-releases, is the fact that you cannot heal with skills outside of battle. You can only heal with items. And I get it's because they don't want you to spam heals, because it's so easy to get SP back in this game, so they don't want you to be able to over spam heals, but it still feels too counterintuitive. That enemy also dropped a cosmetic. In this game, there's costumes and then there's accessories. Accessories are they're entirely cosmetic, as you can see there. And so now we've got this pinkish red flower clips on Nep's hair. Hey Iffy, I picked this up, but It looks like a disc. Nep, where'd you pick that up from? Wait, I noticed just now, but is Nep me? You named me Iffy, so why not? Going back, where'd you get that disc from? I don't know, it was hanging on the wall over there. Hanging on the wall? This disc? You're pulling my leg, aren't you? What, Iffy? You don't believe me? After all that we've been through. You're so horrible, not believing in Nep Nep. I know your name makes you question everything, but show me some love here. That's not what my name means. Besides, we only met a short while ago. Iffy. Okay, I got it, I believe you. Now that's my Iffy. Iffy has got to mean I feel for you. That's love. How about we call you I instead? That's Japanese for love. Why not spell it in lowercase like I? It's cuter too. Whoa, hold your horses, both of you. You're running way off track. Aw, Iffy, are you blushing or are you blushing? Wait, the disc, it's shining. What's going on, Iffy? How should I know? I've never seen anything like this before either. A monster? It came from the disc.
We'll do our best.
And just like that, we end up in a fight for it.
It's my turn.
This isn't the boss that you should be concerned for, but it's an encounter. You don't want to be overly wasteful on your resources. Yeah, I'm gonna warn you as we go forward. As it's the very first game, the dialogue isn't as intelligent as it is in the later games. Sometimes things come across a bit basic, or the jokes are a bit like overworked, sort of thing. There is humor in this game, and I do find it funny. But when you play the sequels and come back to this, you notice how much weaker the writing is where this was their first rodeo. But that being said, we got a voice cutscene, so I'm going to stop talking for now.
I think this is a super discovery.
I came for my guardian, but I didn't expect to meet you here, Neptune.
Who's there? What's with that old melodramatic laugh?
Who are you calling old? Mocking people as usual. You've not changed a bit.
Is this a friend of yours? Of course not. I don't know any old lady wearing this much goth makeup. That's good to hear. I was about to doubt your choice of people.
Yeah, if you were friends with her, I would have put in my resignation.
So, who are you, Mrs.?
How dare you? Saying what you want in front of me? I'll get rid of you all.
Look what you've done, Nep. Now you made the lady mad.
Wait, it's my fault?
Another thing that ends up being something that's a tad criticizable with this game is that we're on a second forced loss fight in 3 videos. The very first fight of the game is a forced loss, and now here we are in a boss fight against, to jump the gun a little, the main baddie. And it's another forced loss in this specific instance, which is why we're doing 0 damage per hit. If you break her guard, you can do a sliver of damage, which makes me think that maybe in New Game Plus, you can maybe win the fight, but you're really not supposed to win this specific fight. Which is why I don't bother healing or anything, I just spam attacks until everyone's down. Hey, this lady's too strong for being an early stage boss, I call cheat. The damage that popped up against us was too large. Tch, this like you can't judge a book by its cover. You all scum to me. Go ahead, cry and weep like the losers you are. Now then, the key fragment. I'll have that back now. No fair. Me and Compa went for a lot just to get that. Give it back. Silence. Ouch. Nep Nep. Now, the time has finally come. I'll take your power, Neptune. Finally, the first step of my ambition has finally begun. Nep Nep, look out. What? Compa! What? Compa, are you okay? I'm okay. What happened? How dare you get in the way of Nep Nep? Huh? Nep Nep? Once more, I'll make Nep Nep's power my own. What? Hey you, stop running around and just get hit. She sounds like Compa. Nep, she's trying to absorb your power. No problem, I'm good at shooting games. I'll just have to power roll. Shit, it's a girl's fault. Nep, Compa, it looks like she's taking Compa's power. Now is our chance. Damn it. Hey, you, we're even now. I won't let this chance and you get away.
Can you handle me?
And yeah, if you watch my V2R Let's Play, I hope it's not too disappointing that I'm not like doing my old voice I used to do for her. Because in this game, she is the main villain and is actually supposed to be taken, you know, I say seriously, but this is a Neptunia game, so as seriously as you should in a Neptunia game. Also, the music in this, the music they've done for Reverse, this remix is amazing. But for the simple reason of you're supposed to take her slightly more seriously, I am going to, you know, give her more fitting voice instead of just doing what I did in V2R, which is why I went full-on Skeletor. I went, yeah, with her voice. If you haven't watched that Let's Play, it's one of my older ones, but I genuinely had a blast doing that one. And in that one, after this game, R4, which is the name of this villain, I would just say it, R4 gets taken less and less seriously. Because she's a reoccurring, she's very much the Team Rocket villain of the series. So after this game, she's in every game, and she's not the main villain, but she always shows up. And because they make her the joke villain, and so after, like, if there's ever a Reverse 2 or 3, which I still adamant there will be, when they come around, then I will start doing their Skeletor voice for her again, because you're not supposed to take her really seriously in those ones. So I might as well have fun with it. I'll take that. Neptune. I have to ask you, but do you know me? Of course I do. I know you like the palm of my hand. And tell me, who am I? What are you talking about? Are you dizzy or something? Nep lost her memory. If you know anything about Nep, can you tell us? You, Neptune. Lose your memory? This is golden. I was worried when I lost sight of you, but I can see luck is on my side. I'll let you hold on to the key fragment for now, until next time. Wait! She's gone? She got away. Who was that? Seems like she was going after you, Nep. I don't know. If only I could speak with Histy. Nep? Well, before we think further, let's figure this out first. You mean the disc that the monsters came from? For the time being, yeah. Well, we've done what we could here. How about we head out and take a rest? So now we know that monsters are coming from these strange monster discs. So if we can find more of these monster discs, we might be able to cleanse the world of its monster problem. And here is a Splunker, who will more often than not give you plans for new dungeons. There we just got, I think it's called the Zeka Ruins, which is our first optional dungeon. Optional dungeons, I mentioned it in the last part, but now it's more relevant, I'll bring it up again, are dungeons that I'll only be covering once I'm done with a chapter or done with a region. So to give a example, we're nigh on finished with chapter 1. The first chapter of the game entirely takes place on Planetoon. The moment we leave this nation to go for another one, we enter chapter 2. Once we reach that plot point, then I will go back and do all the optional stuff I can for now in Planetoon. Yes, but now the monsters won't be coming out anymore. If we beat up all the other monsters, everything will be back to normal again. About the disc. How about we call it an enemy disc? Enemy disc. As long as these are around, we're gonna keep getting monsters. That's not good. Don't worry, compa. We'll plan against the monsters with what we know now. Putting off to work really hits the spot. You got more, compa? What's the matter? Why so serious? Are you kidding? Iffy, Nep gets tired after she changes, so can you let it go? If you say so, compa. I'll let it go this time. Going back on subject, I'm more interested in that lady. Who was she? It looked like she was collecting the key fragments. If that's the case, then we better act quick before she gets them. Yes, let's get ready to go right away. Iffy, want to come with me and compa to look for the fragments? We can have a fun adventure, and it'll be safer too. Sure, why not? Really? Yay! Are you sure, Iffy? Not like I have an agenda, so I might as well tag along for the ride. I'm not sure leaving both of you alone is a good idea anyway. And just like that, if you go to information, we'll start being able to work towards going to the next nation. But this chapter, for lack of a better word, is finished. So we'll be doing the cutscene of us going to the next nation, and then I'll be ending the video, making this a little bit more on the shorter side. But as I've mentioned before, I do want to kind of like pull the reins in a little bit with the length of these videos, because I was aware that in the Nocturne Let's Play, some of those videos were getting way too long. One of the things that becomes slightly too powerful with fishing added to reverse, especially in early game, is the fact that you can sell any console fish. It's a fish that the name of the fish is a reference to a console. They sell for good money, and so you can get a lot of cash in early to really push you ahead of the crowd. But here we also get, I believe these are for both the Zeka runes, yeah, change items and stronger enemies. And we can also talk to a wandering girl, which leads to a voiced cutscene.
It's a nice and warm day again, Mew. A nice cup of bitter hot tea would hit the spot, Mew. Hello. Can I ask you something? What, Mew? Is there something you want from Broccoli, Mew? Oh, your name is Broccoli? You're so cute that I want to call you Puchiko. It's Broccoli, not Puchiko, Mew. Let's not split pairs, okay? You're terrible at listening, Mew. Anyway, I want to ask you, Puchiko, how do I get to Planet Tower? I'm supposed to go there, but, I don't know where it is. Well, Mew, just head down here and you'll see a sign for it, Mew. Sweet! Thank you! I've got to run now. Bye-bye! I feel like I've met her before, Mew. Let me think a bit, Mew. Oh, that's right! That was Nep, Mew!
The ground, it's split open. This must be where an ancient battle ensued. A battle where the goddesses and an evil god seal each other with their weapons. What is she talking about? Nep says a lot of random things, but you'll get used to it. If you say so, but still, for losing a memory, Nep sure knows a lot. Iffy, Compa, the view from here is awesome! Nep, this is a sky harbor. It's where you get to go to the other lands. The lands aren't connected, so we need to go through here. How do you get across? I know, jump, right? It's where you go going, woohoo! Why not grow a mustache and jump then? We need to go to the Basilica. We fill papers there, and once we get approval, we can go across freely. Hello! Welcome to Planet Neptune's Basilica. What brings you here today? Could we get crossing approvals to go to Last Station? All three of you to Last Station, correct? Yesy! Very well then, please fill out this form and sign right over there. So, Miss IF, Miss Compa, and Miss Neptunia, correct? Hey mister, my name is Neptune, not Neptunia. Oh, my bad. How awful of me, mistaking such a lolly cute girl like you. Let's see now. Neptune. Is my name really that hard to say? Oh, no, not at all. I'm just having a bad day, that's all. By the way, Compa, can you say Neptune? Well, I couldn't, so that's why I say Nep. Then can you say Planetune? Planetune. I don't understand why you can't say Neptune when you can say Planetune. Sorry for the wait. You're all ready to go. You should be able to travel between Last Station and Planetune freely now. Thanks. Oh, mister, I wanted to ask, but is the goddess around? I think Lady Purpleheart is up in Celestia. She hasn't come down here yet. I see. I thought maybe the goddess would be around. Shucks. Well, I heard that the other CPUs have appeared to protect their lands. I hope Lady Purpleheart is alright. Maybe something happened in the console war. It can't be! Lady Purpleheart would never lose to the other goddesses. Hello? What's this about a console war? It's a battle that started in eons past for rulership of game industry. It said that the last standing CPU will become a god to rule game industry. So the CPUs have been fighting for years in Celestia. Not sure what's so great about beating each other up. Why not be friends? True, but how long they fought, I guess there's no turning back. Anyway, let's get going. After Last Station we go. Okay then, well, see you again, Mr. Nice Guy. Thank you, and you be careful now. That Neptune girl was so small and cute. I hope she comes back again. Pretty sure I've seen her before. And meanwhile, it's been a while, Histoire. Harfor, no matter how often you come, I have no intent to help you. I know. I came here to ask you about Neptune. Did you meet Neptune? Neptune? So it was you, after all. You're the one that's been guiding her. What can I do? I'm sealed and unable to do anything. What a liar. No matter, I will defeat her another time. The goddesses are in my control. They shall fight by my will. And just like that, we're in Last Station. Wow, this place is all steampunky. Iffy. What's this place called again? Last Station, rolled by CPU Blackheart. It's obscured by various industries. So, does the theme of each land match with the goddess's preference? No, the CPUs are here to protect us. It's us humans that shape the land. Aw, that's so realistic. Compa, what are your thoughts on this land? These factories and chimneys remind me of an industrial revolution. But I'm not into this kind of thing. It's not for everyone, but I think it's nice. Now let's go to the Basilica. Which we won't be doing just yet. We got a few things to clean up because we are now officially in Chapter 2. What is his plan? It's part of my trial as king? Fortify enemies, and over here will be weaken enemies. Fortify enemies will make the average level and strength of every enemy in the game slightly higher and weaken slightly easier. AKA, there is easy difficulty and hard difficulty there for you. Additionally, at this point, you will be given all what were once DLC characters, just straight up. If you're playing Rebirth 1 Plus or Reverse, they are just now in the game. They're not DLC. So you get these collection of characters. You get Plute, and then you'll also get the Aries style and Plutia's memo with Plutia, which is basically all of her cosmetic stuff. So you can make all of her cosmetic extras. Then it'll be the same with Pishi, which, yes, despite representing PC, she is a little child. And if you're sitting there going, well, that doesn't make sense, because PC, stereotypically, is this ultimate juggernaut powerhouse. Don't worry, if you ever see her transform, you'll know exactly how they handle it. What I mean is that she, canonically, is the strongest in terms of raw strength of all the goddesses. It's just she's small, like she's got a humble stature sort of thing. Like she looks small and innocent, but when she transforms into her goddess form, she's like the tallest. She's got she's the most muscly. She's got a terrifyingly backbreakingly large chest, which is also part of the joke of she's just the biggest and the bestest because she's PC. Like Pishi is actually an amazing party member if you just want a physical damage dealer, because she will punch the crap out of you. But in here is a crap ton of weapons. Oddly enough, nothing for Plutia, but there's something for almost everyone else. But we got 5PB, who is the actual, and I love this. I love 5PB's character and how they made it. 5PB is the singer who does all the main theme songs of every single Neptunia game. They made her into a Neptunia character and then made her playable and made her all about being like the best singer in Neptune's world, the best singer of game industry. I thought that was such a sweet and like thankful thing to do, that 5PB always did music for Neptunia, so they thanked her by making her a character in the game. But now we have these DLC characters, I can start talking about the Lily Heart system because we've actually got characters to fulfill it. You're going to see me make my default equipment, but off screen I make a slight adjustment and I swap 5PB with Uzume, so then if I need an opportunity where I need more power, I can swap out Compa and Iffy for extra goddesses, which for an optional boss that we'll be fighting in the next video becomes a little bit of a necessity at our current level. All of these characters join at level 1, however, so you will need to build them up. But until we get more canonical characters, I decided to have Plute be my 4th party member because Plutia, although Plutia isn't my favourite character, like it's an awkward one. She's not my all-time favourite Neptunia character, but she's the one I think is the best in terms of her writing. There's Yellowheart, by the way. Look at the goddamn difference. Yeah, that's what Pishi becomes. But here's Fortify and Weaken. This is how you get access to hard mode and easy mode. But I'm going to wrap it up for now. I'm still making adjustments to the mic, so I might be too quiet. So if that's the case, I will increase the volume in the next video and we'll just work it as we go. But hopefully the quality is a lot better. Next time on Neptunia Reverse, we're going to start doing a bit of optional dungeon crawling, starting with the Zeka Ruins. But until then, take care now, peace.